This is Shine Valentine back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about the Dwight Howard controversy, scandal, whatever you want to call it. Basically, Dwight Howard was or still is an NBA player, and I know he has a child with Royce. Royce used to be a character on Basketball Wives, if you all remember her. I think her name is Royce Reed. But anyway, I think he has about 6 kids. Don't quote me on this. I know he has multiple kids by different women. And basically a man came out, and people think this man is transgender, but from my understanding is this person isn't transgender. They're a male, but they just wear wigs. Or when this guy came out on Dwight Howard, he has long hair, the guy does, and he has how he speaks and his mannerisms is feminine. But so I think people thought that he could have been transgender, but I think he's not transgender. He's just a man that likes his hair long and have feminine mannerisms. So this guy came out. From my understanding, he released some information through Twitter. I think it's Twitter. I seen a video of him talking about it. He released some audio of basically Dwight Howard talking to him. And in the audio, it seemed like, I think Dwight Howard's basically, because audio was kind of hard to hear, but it sounds like Dwight Howard, if that was really him on there, was basically saying that he needed to be able to trust this guy. And the guy's name, I'm not going to bother saying his name because it's out there. You guys can find it. But, and the guy, let's just say the guy's gay. I don't think he's transgender, so I just call him the guy who's saying that Dwight Howard he basically said Dwight Howard was his boyfriend for a period of time, and then the problem was he found out that Dwight Howard was going to orgies with transgendered women there, and he's been having raw sex. And basically Dwight Howard, if that was him on the phone, the guy recorded him and Dwight Howard talking, and Dwight Howard sounds like he kept saying, I need to be able to trust you. And then the guy said, well, Dwight, didn't you send me naked dick pics before? Didn't you say you want to get, excuse my language, get penetrated in your anal area? And Dwight Howard basically said, well, I don't remember saying that. So this is my viewpoint on this. The first thing I want to say is that I hate that we live in a world where a person has to hide their sexuality. Let me first say that. It really bothers me, because if Dwight Howard does like to be intimate with men, he should not have to hide that. As far as what I mean, hide it. He doesn't have to go knock on everybody's door and say, guess why I like being with men. But just like a person who's heterosexual don't go on and knock on people's door and say, guess what, I'm heterosexual. Basically, you just see this person out with the opposite sex, and if they're holding hands or they're kissing, or even if they're not, or they're walking side by side, you just kind of assume they're together, and no one bats an eye or thinks anything. So if we lived in a society where people wasn't so judgmental and so hateful, I think we would have less down low men. So let me get to it. Do I feel that Dwight Howard's down low? Possibly. A couple reasons why I feel he's so-called down low. Basically, down low just means a man who is gay or bisexual, but they don't want other people to know, so they hide it. And one way they hide it, sometimes they will marry or marry a woman or be in a relationship with a woman, but they're secretly sleeping with men, or even transgendered. I wouldn't call it transgender. I guess I'm confused about the transgender thing, because I thought transgendered was I thought transgendered woman was a man that turns himself completely into a woman, so he has breasts now and a vagina. But I guess transgender is also when the man turns himself, the man gets breasts, he wears makeup, has his hair like a woman, I guess you should say, but he still has his penis. So I'm just kind of confused about that part of it. But okay, so I hate we live in a world where a person can't be open with who they are. So if Dwight Howard enjoys being intimate with a man, that's nothing wrong with that, and that's his business. Now, unfortunately, though, in this world, some people and a lot of people in society, for some reason, makes a person feel bad, make some men feel bad for being with other men, and make them feel less than, and make them feel they cannot come out and express themselves and be who they want to be with sexually. Now, some men are bisexual, I think. I don't know this for a fact, but I think. And let's take Dwight Howard. I assume he likes having sex with women too, because he has multiple kids. So he has enjoyed having sex with women. So I don't know if he always was allegedly bisexual. This is allegedly bisexual or whatnot. But to me, there was a clear sign that he enjoyed penis. And I don't know if you all remember, but they had, oh God, I can't remember now, but I seen the video where it was some years ago when I forgot what team he was playing for, but you could look this video up where Dwight Howard basically grabbed his one of the players on the team, so that would be one of his colleagues, however you want to say it, grabbed his penis. So basically it was one of the games. He was at one of the games, and Dwight Howard had on a suit, and I forgot the name of the teammate, but one of his teammates was sitting down, and Dwight Howard walked up to him, looked down at his crotch area, and as he was sitting down, he literally palmed and grabbed this dude's penis as he sat down. You can go type in Dwight Howard grabs guy's groin area or something like that. It'll come up, especially now that his scandal has came out. And he literally he didn't just like hit the guy in his stomach or hit him on the shoulder or something, guys. And I've seen guys on football players kind of tap each other on each other's butt, but I've never seen a man ever in my life grab another man's penis unless he liked penis. I mean, I've never seen a woman grab another woman's breast or her crotch. I mean, there would be no reason for that unless that's something you was interested in sexually. There was no excuse for him to do that. And he grabbed it. When I say he grabbed it, he palmed it and like squeezed it. He grabbed it as he was sitting down, and someone slowed down the video so you can see the interaction between them and then the guy, when Dwight Howard grabbed it, the guy kind of turned at first shocked, but then kind of smirked, but he grabbed it. So right there, that explained it all. So yes, I don't know this for a fact, but the fact that this man came out and said Dwight Howard was his boyfriend and all this, I'm not shocked. And also I want to say the issue is this guy said he came out because he was being threatened by Dwight Howard's camp, I guess you want to call it, crew, and by Dwight Howard's pastor. He had some audio of the pastor or somebody going off on him. So I don't, and so he says he's coming out with this information because they're threatening him, and I think he said he wouldn't take the hush money they offered him, and so they were threatening him, so he's coming out. All I know is that I hate we live in a society where a person feel they have to hide their sexuality. Because if we didn't live in this type of society, there would not have to be any hush money, or it wouldn't be nothing to be controversial to come out about. And as far as the guy, so some people are upset at the guy who outed him. Now, my issue with him is that why are you quote unquote outing him? Obviously, he doesn't want to be out. Okay, so why are you doing this? What do you want? Okay, do you want somebody? Do you want fame? What is it that you want? You want to I want to say humiliate him. Okay, being attracted to the same sex, liking the same sex, is not humiliating to me. I don't think nothing's wrong with it. And I'm gonna say, however, some people in society has an issue with it, and because of this, they can discriminate against you, and that can cause issues with your job. I guess in certain industries you're in, it can cause issues with that. So that's why I say coming out humiliating him. That's what I mean by him humiliating him. It should not be a humiliation, but that is how some people in society look at it. They discriminate against some people who some people who like the same gender. And so this guy is coming out. I think his intentions are bad, and part of me do feel bad for Dwight Howard because, for one, he can't be as open, I guess, open with his sexuality. And number two, I feel like let me go back on this. Okay, I do feel bad that he can't be as open with sexuality. Number two, though, however, I don't feel bad if he's threatening this guy and all this. It's just sad. But with this guy, like I said, I think his intentions are bad. I think his intentions are bad for coming out with this information. I'm not shocked by it. Like I said, after I seen that footage of the Dwight Howard palming that dude's penis a long time ago, so I was just like, oh, okay, I guess he likes dudes. I mean, it didn't make me feel any kind of way. I was kind of stunned that he did it in an open environment like that, considering he hasn't been out with a guy, but he seemed like he didn't care, so I don't care. This guy that's outing him, I just don't think you should out somebody who's not ready to come out with it. That's all. But let's get to the core. The reason why they're not comfortable coming out with who they like is because of society. If society wasn't the way it is, people wouldn't have to be on the down low. And let's talk about down low brothers real quick, and I'm gonna end this video. When it comes to so-called down low brothers, I don't know who to put the blame on, but I put a big blame on society. I didn't put 90. Well, they have to still take accountability for their own actions, so I'm not taking blame off of them. But society is the one that makes them feel bad about enjoying sexual relations with other men. So that is why they're on the down low. And then they have a woman as a beard to have out in public, so people won't know what they're doing. Now, another thing too. What was kind of strange to me though about the Dwight Howard thing is that the guy looks very feminine. That allegedly the guy who he messed around with, this man has long hair, a long wig. He talks feminine. His mannerisms are very feminine to the point where people thought he was transgender, and he had to tell him, "No, I'm a man. I'm 100% penis and all." So it had me thinking to myself, okay, with Dwight Howard, I'm kind of confused, because if you like men, okay, I understand you sleeping with a masculine man, real muscular, very just with masculine traits, mannerisms, how they talk, how they walk. My thing was, why is he engaging in possible intercourse, if this is true, with someone who is emulating feminine qualities, who's feminine like a woman, who wears their hair like a woman, who's feminine like a woman, who has feminine traits? When you just be with a woman? So it had me thinking. I think why you see a lot of men who are actually bisexual with transgenders, and why they like them so much, is because they can go out in public with her, and she looks all the way like a woman. And I've seen several transgender women who are well on TV that looks very attractive, so they can be out in public with her. No one would know any wiser. But then when they're alone with her, she still has her penis, so he can get penetrated and he can suck penis on top of. I guess I don't mean to be graphic. I guess they do anal and stuff like that. But then it still looks like a woman. Not it, but how can I say this guy? She is a woman. Okay, she's a woman that still now has it's a man transition to a woman that still has the male body part. So I think with transgender women, some of them have a penis and also breasts. And some of them have not removed the penis and turned into a vagina. So when they're out with a transgender woman, she looks like a 100% woman until you get her into the bedroom and she has a penis. So I think with those men who are bisexual, I think it all boils down to society's viewpoint, and they don't want to be they are dealing, either they are fighting with their sexuality, they don't want to just come out as being full-blown gay, and maybe some of them actually enjoy how transgendered women look. Maybe they like the breasts and the penis and all that, and on one person. But I'm thinking it's the fact that they still want to keep a facade. They want to keep a facade, number one. So they want to have a woman out in public, but a penis behind closed doors. So the transgender woman is like the best of both worlds. And I think part of it too with some of these men also is that they still find women attractive, because that's where the bisexualness come from. They like how a woman's body look, and they like how a man's body look. So for them, if you combine it, you get the perfect person, right? So I just thought, okay, if you like men, be with a full-blown man. If you like women, be with a woman. Like, my thing was, why you want the two combined? I didn't really understand it, but I could kind of get it. But what I don't get though is, if he's sleeping with this guy Why is he picking a man who's so feminine that looks so much like a woman? I mean, you could look at him, tell he's a man in the face, but he has long hair. His man, he's emulating a woman's look very much so. And so I don't understand that, because if you want someone that looks like that, just get a woman. And then if you like penis, you know, get a guy. I don't understand why he would get. That's the only part I'm not really getting. And so, like I said, I think it's just that they still like women. So they still like how women look, but then they like the penis part. So that's why I think they really be into transgender. But with Dwight Howard, this man is allegedly he's not transgender. He just, you know, has long hair and has feminine qualities, but he allegedly he still has a penis. And he doesn't even have breast implants. So he's an all man, just with, you know, wearing his hair long and have feminine traits. So I still don't understand. I don't get that, because if you want someone that's emulating a woman, just get a woman. And if you want to get penetrated, you want a man, get a man. Like, so that's the part I don't get, why he was messing around him. I honestly don't understand that part. I understand him being bisexual. I can understand him liking men. I can understand that totally. If he likes men, he likes men. He's bisexual. Okay, I get that. He likes men sometimes, he likes women sometimes. He can go either way. But I don't understand when some men get a man that looks like a woman and this man still has a penis, but he's feminine. What is that about? Like, I don't understand it. So I'm gonna leave this subject alone. That's just my viewpoint. My viewpoint is that basically, I'm not shocked that this came out. If this is true, allegedly, I'm not shocked that this is true if it is, because I've seen him grabbing his teammate's penis and palm it and hold it, and seem to like doing it. So I already seen that he liked penis, or at least like grabbing it. Number two, I'm upset that that there are men who feel they have to be on a down low or hide it. And somebody might say, why you think he's on the down low? Well, if his camp is based on the phone, he was denying that he wanted to be penetrated. But why are you only even on the phone with this man? Obviously, I got some type of relationship. If his camp was basically the pastor and people in his crew was basically threatening this man and doing all this, okay, so he's trying to hide that he's been with this man. Why is he trying to hide it? So basically he's on the down low. And my next point is that I blame society for the main reason why these men are on a down low. I mean, let's be honest, they had to take accountability. I mean, I don't agree with them lying to a woman and using a woman as a beard. We're not talking about that. I'm saying, just let's get to the core of it. Why are they on the down low? They want to hide that they're with men. Why do they want to hide that they like men? Let's get to the core of it. Because of how the society views them and discriminates against them because of it. If we was to change the society, I don't think there would be any more down low men. It would be no need for that. Also want to say quickly too, I think another reason why some men are on down low, not only because how society views it, but also how women view it. So society as a whole some of them view it in a bad way, and then women, I think if they was to tell a woman like, oh, I'm bisexual, a lot of women don't want to be with a bisexual man. I don't know any woman that wants to be a bisexual man. I'm pretty sure there's a couple that's out here, but I'm saying a full-blown heterosexual woman, I don't know many that want to be with a bisexual man. I actually seen a show, I forgot what it was called, but it was like a reality show, and it was a guy, he met a girl and he told her that he was bisexual. He really liked her, and she said she was cool with it. And then it's like, then she thought about it, and like the next time they met up, she said, I'm not okay with my boyfriend being with other guys. And he looked like sad. So most women do not want to be with a bisexual man. And so I think when a man is bisexual, he doesn't want to tell the woman because he knows she's most likely not gonna be down for that, and he still wants to be with women. And that's for the bisexual men. Now for the men that are full-blown gay and having a female beard, like I said, they're wrong, because they're creating havoc and misery for this woman, because you don't even love her and you're using her as a beard. You don't even want to touch her. So I don't just blame society. I blame society for creating that insecurity in that man. But if he's using a woman as a beard and hurting women, I blame him for that. So I want to make that clear. He still should be held accountable for his actions for hurting people, because society has hurt him by trying to discriminate against him because of sexuality, make him feel like he can't be open with who he is. But then in turn, he hurts a woman when he uses her as a beard, act like he loves her and marries her. I know a guy who was gay who married a woman and ended up getting divorced. He was gay the whole time, but he married a woman. He shouldn't have did that. He needs to be held accountable. So since he was hurt, he hurt somebody trying to cover up who he is, because society, doesn't want to accept the person because they damn sexuality, which that doesn't mean anything. That's who they choose to roll around the bed with is nobody's damn business, and who gives a damn. That's all I got to say about it. Not shocked that he's if this is true, not shocked that he's bisexual or gay. Not shocked. Saw him grab a dude's crotch. 2, I'm tired of society discriminating against people because of who they choose to love and who they choose to be intimate with. Number 3, a lot of these down low dudes will be eliminated. And what I mean eliminate, a lot of them would not even exist if society would change their viewpoints and stop discriminating against people just because of who they choose to love. So good night.